What's up, guys? We've got some really strange packages to unbox today, including these couple things, which are going to be going in my collection, plus some stuff over here, which is very interesting, but I actually want to start here.
Oh.
Right here with some super obscure pieces. Shout out to Jake, Mr. Vanilla Godzilla, for selling me this stuff for my collection. Can't even remember everything that I'm getting, but I do remember a couple things, and I am excited about it. So let's just dive right in here. He likes to throw in random extras. I gotta say that.
Do you see some already?
Because the first thing I'm like, I didn't buy that. He keeps it interesting all the time, that's for sure. Okay.
2,000 years later.
All right, here we go. What you're looking at are VidPro cards. So some of you may remember at Toys R Us or some other retailers, they would have one of these cards up above the game. And then below that, like at Toys R Us, they had a slip that you could take and bring that to the front counter to then get your game from behind a locked case. I remember this vividly because I would buy a lot of games at Toys R Us, and each store would get one or two of these cards right here to go with that game. And you can see on the back right there, it says VidPro. And this is actually an NES one for Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, which I did not buy.
I was about to say, is that a game you were buying as a kid?
That is, no, not at all. And then this one is actually kind of wild. So that's for Tetris. Tetris NES, which is legit. Double-sided, absolutely beautiful. Still has its like original VidPro plastic case thing, which is awesome. Look at that, Zelda Link's Awakening. I don't think I bought that one either. But these ones, I did buy. So very generous throw-ins, I must say.
So all those were throw-ins?
Yeah, those were all throw-ins.
Wow.
These, these three. So one of my favorite series of all time, and especially on the Super Nintendo, is Donkey Kong Country. Shout out to the game that's coming out very soon for the Switch 2. But all three of them.
Oh, that's cool.
The full set, Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3. Two of my favorite.
This is an interesting style of VidPro card, because the Super Nintendo ones we've seen, like they can be all black.
Yes, so they can be more like just the cover of the game, like that style, or they can be this, 90s teal on the top and bottom, plus the horizontal display of the game. I've got both, and we'll add these to collection upstairs, and I'll show off some of the other ones. Looks like he threw something else in here too. Why not?
Oh, Super
Some
Mario
cool
RPG
little
pins.
Mario pins.
We should give that away in the auction going on very soon, if not right now.
Oh, it's going on now.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Giant auction going on right now if you're watching this video day one over on Whatnot. We'll have a link to our Whatnot credit, $15 credit down below if you want to come hang with us. Giving away a Switch 2 with Mario Kart, the bundle, plus Tears of the Kingdom for Switch 2. And maybe that.
There you go. 15 bucks credit. That's nice.
So get Whatnot on in the background as you rock in this video. Next box also going in the collection. And I'll get this fully unboxed and show it off. Don't look, no sneak peeks. And here we go. One of my favorite games of all time.
Ooh.
And that is the for display only box, which for Super Mario World especially, extremely hard to find. There was a sold comp on eBay for like 430 bucks on bid. So he sold it to me for either 350 or 400, I can't remember, direct, and I was really happy with that. But another thing I want to talk about in this video, we have buy list stuff coming in all the time, but also we get massive collections very frequently. We have rumor of collections that could be happening in the six-figure range, maybe even multiple six-figure range in value. And this is something that we are strongly considering and may even have at least one deal sealed in this arena. But it takes a lot to be able to afford something like that, and this was something that kind of had a bit of an exponential growth curve over a number of years, moving at the speed of cash only. So we don't ever take debt for inventory. I don't take debt for anything personally or business. So we always want to have the cash on hand to be able to buy stuff like this. But sometimes we have to work very fast to earn the cash. So I want to take you guys upstairs to show you one way we're doing that, and then we'll also show another way we're doing that after I take you upstairs. So one very important part of that equation is our giant Whatnot shows, which happening right now. This stuff plus more that will be here very soon, will all be for sale in one day. We bought this stuff out of Las Vegas. He delivered it here. He was a really cool guy. And this was a multiple five-figure deal. which is significant, right? But the thing is, we felt pretty confident because we knew within 3 weeks of buying that collection, we could have 75 to 80% of it completely sold and hopefully already be in the profit, which is immensely important. But you can see like stuff like Worms Armageddon is in here, which I think price chart's over $800 complete. All these beautiful Zeldas, like the crazy SNES stuff. I think, yeah, there's a Chrono Trigger right there, which is wild.
And Casper right above it.
Yeah, Casper's a big one. All this stuff, there's nothing under $50, I think, on this shelf anywhere. It's all at least that. You got a complete Pokemon Crystal. Tons of crazy stuff. Which,
and then all that, which you guys saw.
Yes, that was another collection featured on this channel not too long ago. Beautiful Game Boy collection. So that'll all be there too, that whole bin. That's gonna be a crazy show.
Yeah.
Actually
like
insane.
We haven't really laid it all out yet.
Right, and then, you know, before that show even happens, right, this stuff here is for sale on Whatnot and will be sold in the coming weeks. So pretty much you gotta follow us on Whatnot because there's stuff going in and out very, very quickly, and it's great stuff like all the time. So definitely follow us there. But I want to take you in here too, as we add these to the collection. And I want to show off my little mini VidPro collection. Okay, we were wrong about how we assumed these were displayed. It's actually, so I do have a pretty good for display only SNES box collection now too. I think I have most of them that exist. So here's these ones that we just added. Here's these. And then also recent edition.
Because you traded the black border version for this one.
So right? I didn't, he wanted to buy it for a good bit, but he's done so much for our community, I actually just sent it to him as a surprise. And then he ended up apparently securing a deal soon after, a sweet deal on this teal version, and sent this to me. Which is insane. Like I didn't, trade. Yeah, like totally wild. So he replenished the one I sent him. And then I also bought this Link to the Past, or traded, traded. So he wanted another one that I had, I think maybe the Chrono Trigger. That was a tough trade because I didn't know what to do there. But I got Link to the Past, Super Mario All-Stars, and Super Metroid for it.
Ooh.
So I thought that was pretty cool. But this was the style that I had for Chrono Trigger and for my Mario RPG. So really it's just a...
Do you think it was a location thing? Like different locations had different styles?
Yeah, so... Yeah, I mean, so Jake actually looked into it a little bit, and yeah, like different stores would get different types, but even sometimes the same store might get one like this and one like this. Like VidPro just had different options. It wasn't like Blockbuster had a specific one and Toys R Us had a specific one.
Okay.
To my knowledge, I could be wrong about that, but I think like VidPro just produced different types and kinds. And the VidPro collection is growing with these nice little top loaders. I just need to get them properly displayed because I think they're really cool, really unique, not your normal type of thing.
I mean, we have some space up here. We could maybe get some kind of like little slotted mount that Matt can make custom for him.
That's very true.
Just to put them up there.
I forgot.
Oh.
This was a grail for me.
That's cool.
And also acquired that through, I don't know if I bought it or traded for it at this point.
That's one of those weird things where it's like they're so rare, there's not much of a demand for them.
Yes.
It's like, it has to be rarer than the game, each one of them, because for every 1,000 games that sold, you know, there are maybe one of those VidPros.
Right, exactly. And it's very low, and most of them got thrown away, another thing. Very low supply, pretty low demand, but the prices are still pretty high, especially on key titles these days. You can look up some sold comps on like VidPro NES for like Mario 3 or maybe some Zeldas that are like in the $1,000 range.
Damn.
So there's starting to become a little bit of demand, so be on the lookout for those guys. But I want to show you another method for how, you know, we're able to fund massive collections, because people ask all the time how we can just keep doing it. I think if you understand kind of the full scope of our business of like, man, we're always selling on Amazon, that's always going on in the background, but like we also can plan to do these big Whatnot shows, and I have what should be the biggest purchase ever for me, like this month, and
yeah,
that was coming up, and I was like, well, when I made the deal, I was like, it's a deal as long as I can buy it basically a month from now, so that we can do a big Whatnot and just make sure the checking account is padded really well, you know, everything's good to go above and beyond what we need. That's my thing. If I'm gonna make a huge deal like that, I wanna make sure that it's very safe, secure.
I would say that's a good strategy in general. A lot of people don't consider that you can say, hey, can I buy like half of this now?
Sure.
and try and buy the other half afterwards.
I think if you got the right seller that's willing to do that stuff, it can be a great strategy. And I've done deals like that in the past, like buying chunks of it at a time, working my way up to be able to buy the rest and gaining trust in that process. But the buy list and the Amazon side of the business is huge on that too. So let's go look at these weird packages that we got. Okay, come on over here.
Sorry.
Hi, how are you?
Alex keeps trying to interrupt our filming. I can say whatever I want, they'll believe it. Alex just beat me up right before we filmed this.
Okay, I want to show off. This is like a very typical, nice buy list submission. So for those that don't know, we have a website. It's linked down below where you can sell us your games for top dollar. And we have many, many people doing it. This is a small arrangement of some of those people, many of which are from Canada. So shout out to our Canadian sellers. We love you. We appreciate you. So this package right here is actually from Canada. This is from Andrew. And Andrew has sent us, I think, 8, 10 submissions, something like that. Alpel's kind of checking, but for over $8,000. So Andrew sells us quite a lot and we really appreciate him. But like, this is just a classic arrangement of things that are working consistently for Andrew. This is the type of stuff that he sends all the time. You can see multiple Mario Galaxies, multiple Smash Bros. Brawls, Wii Sports Resort, Wii Play, the Just Dance games, Mario Karts, Zeldas, you mean PS3.
Popular, high demand titles.
This is great stuff, right? Like we pay up for it because it sells really fast for us on Amazon all the time. So shout out to Andrew for this beautiful shipment. But this one's even more weird and still also from Canada, which
really
total coincidence that both of these are from Canada. After I mentioned that.
So if you guys ask in the comments, do you buy from Canada? The answer is yes.
Yes, worldwide if you can get it to us. So when we do buy in a lot of different places, you can see on our map, many people shipping stuff to us all over the world.
Yes.
And that's collections or buy list submissions. You can submit both on our website. This is kind of a shameless plug, but guys, we're looking for more buy list submissions and we're looking for big collections.
We receive packages every week from Venezuela.
We receive
Venezuela.
packages every week from Venezuela.
Multiple every week. And yes, like if you think your collection is too big, just
Try us.
Try us and see, because we are actively buying like really huge collections, and we are interested in yours if you're wanting to sell it. Okay. Yeah.
And even if you're not, we'll make you an offer you can't refuse.
That's the hope.
What about this? A lot of Wii Sports.
That is insane. That's a
Alpel,
lot.
How many Wii Sports are there?
It's 134.
134.
134 Wii Sports. That is a weird one. That is a weird one for us. 134 Wii Sports in one package. That's
We get people that submit like 10 to 20, but like not over 100 at a time.
I mean, that's like gotta be around $3,000 for just Wii Sports.
Oh, I didn't even think of it in dollars.
Yeah. So I mean, definitely a really weird one. But you know, the good thing about Wii Sports is it sells really fast, just like these games under here. And like, since these are constantly selling, constantly running through, that helps us to be able to consistently buy collections. But it is kind of for us, it's like, you know, it's a give and take with like how much can we put into Amazon, how much can we put into whatnot, how much can we put into every other scope of our business. Limited time, limited team, and we're doing the best we can. But we're always working to grow our efficiencies, and we've done a lot. Like with our Amazon efficiencies, we're doing alphabetical right now. I think it's going okay compared to organizing by console, but still kind of testing things and trying to get even better. Nolan's killing it, bagging games for Amazon as we speak.
Yeah, we had a 14-year-old come chill with us at the barn.
Yeah,
Super cool kid, Theo, if you're watching.
he wanted
You
to check
guys-
things
Yeah,
out.
you guys might see him soon.
He was
Yeah.
cool, but like he was able to pick up our alphabetical system almost instantly.
Right away.
It was awesome.
Which-
Brother Dave was doing a killer job, you know.
Kind of training him, showing him some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just wanted to see a full scope of the business. He's a great kid, so we got to have him kind of shadow and look around, and you know, it's kind of cool for us to be able to like, all right, could a 14-year-old, a smart 14-year-old, but like, could he pick up these systems quickly?
I mean, by the end of the day, he was already swapping PS1 cases.
Yeah,
And-
which is great.
Yeah, he just did an amazing job
Yeah.
overall.
Yes. Yeah, it was really nice to have him, and like our SOPs, standard operating procedures, we want to make sure that somebody like that can come into the business and very quickly pick things up.
I was about to say that's a great tip.
It really is. Like, could a 14-year-old understand all of your systems and processes?
Or could somebody who knows nothing about what you do understand them?
Which I was challenged with, when I was going on little trips and I had an eBay item sell that I needed my beautiful wife to ship for me because I wasn't there. And I used to not have a storage system, an inventory management system, and I would be like, sorry, it's in one of those bins in the closet, and it would take her like 45 minutes just to find it. So like, just a small example, to have systems, have them in place so that somebody can come in and figure it out.
And then I've got an example of one that you did with me. Growing up, like my dad did eBay, but I had never been on the shipping side of stuff. So how do you teach someone like what good packaging is? So Chase came up with an SOP on like, well, hey, if an item is worth, say, X amount plus, like, bubble wrap it this many times, because that's what I do. So, like, there's some stuff that's, like, kind of hard. It makes you really think about what would I do, and sometimes it can fluctuate, right? Because you may call into question why you do something that way to begin with by writing it down. Like, for us, we had DSI, like DS and DSI styluses over here, and all it took was Brother Dave being like, why? So we were like, yeah, that makes sense. And so Matt 3D printed this and moved him over here, which soon, one of the tools in the Discord, so for those that don't know, we have our Discord, and we have a bunch of tools that you can get access to that are super, super cool, and including new eBay challenge stuff, which we'll get to that. But soon we're gonna have a tool with all of the 3D printed stuff that you see around the barn. We're just gonna have one big file to where you can download those and print those off yourself. Or maybe we'll figure out something else for that, but I really like that. But
I do
that
too.
brings me to where we even get these, Chase.
Shout out to channel sponsor XYAB. We get those and everything else that you see over here, supplies, chargers, controllers, everything.
Can XYAB send us a sign and just like have this be the XYAB?
They should, because this is basically their section. Cases, all this stuff. Anything you need to maximize your video game sales, check out our link for $50 off your first order of 100 or more from XYAB. They've been a channel sponsor for multiple years, and we love working with them. You will love working with them. If you haven't tried them out, please support the channel, support your business. Check them out. BSL Pal's already starting to process those 130-something Wii Sports, and I got to get to that as well. Plus, Whatnot's happening right now, so join us on Whatnot right now. The video's over. Let's go to Whatnot. Bye.